Let's verify downtrend, uptrend, and sideways on few coins. So here we have Binance Coin, BNB. Here, if we see slower high, lower low, Control C, copy, Control V, paste. So we are creating series of lower highs. How we are calling it lower high? Because this high is lower than the previous high. This high is lower than the previous high. This high is lower than the previous high. Low, low, Control C, Control V, low, low. Here we have another low, low. So when we see this, the market structure is clearly showing us the market is in downtrend. We are heading towards downside. We are creating series of lower highs and lower lows, and it is verified that market is in downward direction. Let's look for uptrend. Higher high, Control C, Control V, higher high, another higher high, another higher high, higher low, Control C, Control V, high low, another high low, another high low. Okay, so now we have series of higher highs and higher lows here. Why are we calling it higher low? Because this is low, higher low, because this is higher than the previous low. This one is higher than the previous low. This one is higher than the previous low. Why are we calling it higher high? Because this high is higher than the previous high. This high is higher than the previous high. This high is higher than the previous high. We will consider this a trend until we are creating higher highs and higher lows. Once we break this higher high and higher low, the trend is not going to be the same. Um, that will be another indication for us. Market may be changing direction. Let's just go up here and verify this thing. So we were creating higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, and higher lows. Here is another higher high. We create equal high actually here. So there is another higher high, which is higher than the previous high. Now, this is higher low. Now, when we were going in an uptrend, we made sure we are creating higher highs and higher lows, right? But now we were expecting the market is going to make higher high and higher low for continuation towards the upside. But when we see here what actually happened, we didn't create another higher high. We just made lower high right here. Another lower high, another lower high. So there's a wick around somewhere here. So just ignore this. Just understand the concept of how it's working. When we were creating higher highs and higher lows, the market was uptrending, right? We were sure the market is going up. Now here, the market didn't create a higher high. Market started creating lower highs, right? So once we made this lower high, this is the good indication To exit the market, if you are holding this coin, if let's say you entered here and the price was here, when you see this lower high, just good signal for you to exit the market, because market may be changing direction right here because we just created lower high. And when we know that when market is moving up, we create higher highs, not lower highs. So we might be changing our trend from uptrend to downtrend. Let's look for sideways movements. Here is the example for sideways market. Market came down, went up. We just started moving sideways. Here is the resistance, there is the support. What's happening here now? We are not creating higher highs or higher lows. We are creating equal highs and we are creating equal lows. So market is just moving in sideways until we created first higher low, which is verified here. There is no equal low. This is higher than the previous low. So right after this, we just moved up. We broke this area and went up. So it's a good indication to spot this thing, the higher highs and higher lows. Just spot the market structure on sideways uptrend or downtrend and understand when the market might change the direction. So it gives you good opportunity to take the trade. Either we are going towards upside or downside.